Hello and welcome to Catalyze Music Academy. My name is Zaak Kerstetter and I'm an Ableton Certified Trainer. And for today's quick tip, I want to talk a little bit about how to create a one knob glitch machine that allows you to take basically any content you want and start chopping up, slicing it, doing cool, weird, glitchy edits to it all on the fly using one effect and one knob on one effect. So we're going to be using the beat repeat, which is a fantastic effect, can do all kinds of weird stuff. However, you need to tweak the settings a little bit to make it behave the way you want to. So to start off, we're going to start with using a beat that sounds like this. That's basically it. And now if I turn the beat repeat on, at the start of each bar, it's going to start repeating those kick drums. So it's automatically turning on and off for me, and that's not what I want. So I'm going to take the chance percentage, turn this down to 0%, and that way I can use this repeat button to turn it on and off. However, I want this repeat button to be mapped to a knob so I can kind of scroll and move it up and down. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to first select my beat repeat, hit Command G or Control G, and that's going to put it inside of an audio effect rack. And I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to hit Map to Macro 1. So now this macro is going to control this repeat button so I can turn it on and off. The other thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch from mix mode to insert mode. The main difference is in mix mode, it's going to play the original sound and the beat repeats at the same time. The insert mode, it's either going to play the original sound or the repeats, one or the other. So the repeats can mute the original sound. One thing you may have noticed is that as I turn this knob, it doesn't turn on until I hit the value of 64. So over here it's off, and over here it's on. So if I want to change that, I can hit the map button right here. And in my browser, I can choose the minimum and maximum range. So I'm going to set my minimum range to be something like 5. The reason I'm not setting this to 1 is that if I'm on stage and I crank this knob up and I turn it down, but I don't hit all the way to 0, it'll still be on. It'll be stuck on, which is not what I want. So I like to give myself a couple values of space there so I don't accidentally leave something triggered when it's meant to be turned off. So now as I turn this, it turns on basically instantly. So from here, I also want to be able to change the speed of my glitches. So to do that, I'm going to right click on my grid control right here and hit map to the same macro. So now as I turn this knob, this will speed it up and slow it down. Like that. However, there's a big issue here. There's two big issues really. Issue number one is that the range is too far. It's going from 256 notes all the way up to a bar, which I don't need 256 notes and I don't need a bar repeats. So we need to make our range smaller. It's also going from very fast to very slow. And I want to start it slow and then make it go faster as I turn the knob up. So to do that, we're going to go back to our map option right here. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find where it says grid. I'm going to right click and I'm going to hit invert range. So now it's starting slow and then going faster. I can then set my maximum range to something reasonable, like quarter notes is usually where I like this. And then the maximum range to something like 30-second notes. So now I have a decent range as well as going the right direction. So let's hear what it sounds like now. Sounds a little better. However, we are getting some triplet increments in here. And normally I really like triplets, but for this kind of thing, I'm not into it. So I'm going to hit the no triplets button here. So now as I turn this knob, we will not get any more triplets. However, you'll still notice the grid, the knob here will actually still display triplets. So if it says 6 notes, it's actually rounding down to quarter notes, or 12 notes is rounding down to 8th notes. So it still displays the triplet increment, even though you're not going to hear it anymore. Sounds pretty cool. The only other that's basically it. That's all you really need to do here. I think this is probably what I use most of the time. This is an excellent tool for DJing and being on stage and being able to glitch things out on the fly. If you want to get a little bit more weirder or experimental with it, you could try using the pitch decay and map to the same knob. So as you turn the knob up, it's also going to be pitching down your beat repeats, which sounds kind of cool. So if you're going to do some weird kind of sound design, you can also add that pitch decay in there as well. That's basically it. That's all you really need to do. It's a really fun tool. Like I said, you can run some vocals through this and chop up and glitch with your vocals. Drums works great, percussion, pretty much anything you want. As long as it's quantized in the grid, this will catch it and allow you to kind of do those glitchy edits on the fly, which is a really fun way to make music. So hopefully you enjoyed watching that. If you did, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you're interested in learning more about what Catalyze Academy does, feel free to check out our website, catalyzeacademy.com, for info about workshops and lessons and other content that's Ableton related. So again, thanks for watching. And if you have ideas for topics you want to see in the future, for future quick tips, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.